The cameras flash, the blogs crash, and the streets of Harlem are on fire tonight. Because the love story we thought we knew, the ride-or-die tale of Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin, has been ripped wide open. 20 years of loyalty, sacrifice, and public humiliation just detonated into the biggest reality TV scandal of the decade. It all began with a single whisper. A cryptic Instagram post from Chrissy that read, "Some endings are louder than beginnings." Fans froze. Was it over? Had she finally walked away after decades of waiting for a ring? Within minutes, blogs were flooded with claims that Jim had secretly tied the knot with model Brooke Bailey. Yes, you heard that right, another woman. Screenshots of marriage certificates appeared online. Voices of insiders whispered Vegas wedding, and blurry photos of Jim with Brooke circulated like wildfire. But that wasn't the end. Because the very next day, an anonymous Twitter account dropped a bombshell photo. A newborn in a hospital blanket with the caption, "Congrats, Chrissy, the baby is beautiful." Fans went into cardiac arrest. Chrissy at 53, a miracle, or the dirtiest hoax in celebrity history. The internet tore itself apart trying to decode the truth. Was Chrissy a mother now? Did Jim cheat and secretly remarry? And then, as if scripted by fate itself, Ciara stepped in live on stage at an event. Her voice steady, her message piercing the chaos. "Jim, marry that woman. Chrissy deserves her crown." The audience gasped. Jim smiled nervously, and the world knew this wasn't just drama. This was war. And what happened next is darker, louder, and more shocking than anyone could have imagined. The internet nearly collapsed when the whispers turned into screams. Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin, the love and hip-hop couple who have spent more than 2 decades dragging the world through their ups and downs, have been hit with the wildest set of rumors yet. It started as a ripple, Chrissy's cryptic Instagram post, a simple black and white quote that read, "Some endings are louder than beginnings." Fans knew instantly that it wasn't random. Chrissy doesn't post unless there's a message behind it. And this one hit like an earthquake. Within minutes, timelines flooded with speculation. Was it over? Had Chrissy finally had enough? Then came the bombshell that sent shockwaves from Harlem to Hollywood. A gossip blog posted what they claimed was a leaked marriage license. Jim Jones, legally wed to model Brooke Bailey in Vegas just weeks ago. The document was blurry, the name smudged, but the caption screamed, "Exclusive! Jim Jones secretly married Brooke Bailey." Screenshots spread faster than wildfire. Twitter exploded with hashtags, like #JimExposed and #ChrissyDeservesBetter. But that was just the beginning. Hours later, an anonymous Twitter account dropped a photo so shocking, fans thought it had to be fake. A hospital bed, a woman's arm with an ID band that read Lampkin, Chrissy, and a newborn baby wrapped in a blanket. The caption, "Congratulations, Chrissy. The baby is beautiful." Within seconds, Chrissy's name trended worldwide. A baby at 53. Was this real? Fans debated, shouted, cried. Some insisted it was a hoax. Others swore it explained everything, that Chrissy had been hiding a pregnancy from the cameras, from the blogs, from even Jim himself. Memes flooded. TikTok. Reaction videos racked up millions of views. The story was no longer just gossip. It was chaos. And just when the frenzy reached fever pitch, another voice cut through the noise. Ciara, at a glitzy public event, standing on stage. Ciara looked directly at Jim Jones, smiled, and dropped the words that broke the internet. "Jim, marry that woman. Chrissy deserves her crown." The crowd gasped. Cameras caught Jim's face, his nervous smile, the uncomfortable shuffle in his seat. The clip went instantly viral. Fans flooded the comments. "Ciara said what we've all been thinking. Take Ciara to check Jim." Even Chrissy's quiet supporters turned her into a hero in the narrative, the woman who deserved more. Finally validated by one of music's most respected stars. But the story didn't end with applause. Hours later, an anonymous backstage video leaked. The footage, shaky and grainy, showed Jim pacing the floor, phone in hand, muttering furiously. Why she had to say that now? Why she had to put me on the spot? Seconds later, Chrissy storms into the frame. Her voice cracked, but her words were clear, so it takes Ciara for you to listen. 20 years, Jimmy? 20 damn years? The clip ended abruptly, but fans didn't need the rest. The explosion was already nuclear. By morning. #MaraChrisy and #put ARING on it Jim were trending globally. Celebrities joined the chorus. Cardi B posted a crown emoji. Remy Ma tweeted, "A queen don't wait 2 decades for a crown. Period." Even Wendy Williams resurfaced a clip from her old show, smirking, saying she'd called this years ago. But then the darker receipts began to surface. Screenshots of alleged text messages between Jim and Brooke Bailey spread across Instagram. In them, Jim allegedly wrote, "Vegas was just us. Nobody gotta know till I say so." Another line read, "Chrissy will never leave. She too invested." Fans were disgusted. Some defended Jim, claiming the texts were doctored. Others declared Chrissy had wasted 20 years on a man who never planned to give her what she deserved. As if that weren't enough, a voicemail surfaced. Distorted, low quality, but the voice was unmistakably Jim's. "Chrissy can't find out. Not yet. I'll handle her." The clip spread like wildfire. Memes showed Chrissy's face with captions like, "Sis deserves better" and "Free Chrissy 2024. Meanwhile, Chrissy herself poured gasoline on the fire. Without directly addressing anything, she posted, "Funny how the truth always finds its way out." The internet lost its mind. Was she confirming the rumors? Was this her way of exposing Jim? Fans dissected every word, every punctuation mark. And just when it felt like the internet couldn't handle more, a burner account dropped what they called the Vegas tape. A grainy video from a hotel chapel. A man in a low hat, a woman in a white dress. The officiant's voice booming, "Do you take this woman?" Before the clip cut to black. The internet melted down. Was Jim married? Was Brooke Bailey now legally his wife? Or was it all an elaborate hoax? TMZ jumped into the fray, dropping their own exclusive. Hospital. Staff allegedly confirmed Chrissy had been admitted for postnatal tease. Complications. A leaked medical document with Chrissy's names circled in red made its way across every blog. Fans screamed. The theories multiplied. Some swore Chrissy had used a surrogate. Others claimed the baby was Jim's with someone else. The frenzy was unstoppable. Then came the most haunting leak yet. At 2 a.m., an anonymous account posted a 7-minute audio recording. The voices. Chrissy and Jim in a heated argument. Chrissy sobbing, "I gave you my youth, Jimmy, my best years, and now you give rings to somebody else." Jim's voice sharp, "You think I wanted it like this? You don't know half the story, Chrissy." Not half. And then, faint in the background, the sound of a baby crying. Fans froze. Replay after replay. Analysis videos slowed down edits. The cry was unmistakable. Twitter exploded. Whose baby is that? Memes flooded the internet. The cry heard around the world. Chrissy's defenders insisted it proved Jim had a secret child. Jim's defenders said it was edited, but Chrissy herself stayed silent. Until she did single quotes, she went live on Instagram, barefaced raw, her voice shaking. "I stayed too long. I believed too much. And I let the world clown me. But not anymore. I'm not here to prove nothing to nobody. The truth gonna speak for itself." She ended the live abruptly. Millions of viewers flooded the comments. Begging for more, Ciara reposted the clip with the caption, "Stand tall, Queen." Fans roared. The internet officially crowned Chrissy the winner. But Jim wasn't done. Hours later, he posted a freestyle from the studio, fiery and defiant. "Y'all think you know my life, but you only see the slice, 20 years. Still, my wife don't believe the hype." His words sparked more debate. Was he defending Chrissy or dodging the truth? And then the final grenade dropped into the timeline. A supposed legal letter from Brooke Bailey's lawyer leaked online, threatening to release certified documentation of a legal union unless Jim wired a six-figure settlement. The document, stamped and dated, spread across every blog. If it was real, it meant everything fans feared was true. It was real, it meant everything fans feared was true. The internet erupted once again. Had Jim betrayed Chrissy with a secret marriage? Was there really a baby in the shadows? And most importantly, was Brooke Bailey about to detonate the entire empire? The cliffhanger was brutal, and fans were left with only one question. What comes next? The leaked legal letter was the grenade nobody saw coming. And when it landed, the internet erupted into full-blown civil war. Screenshots of the stamped and dated document, allegedly from Brooke Bailey's legal team, threatened to release certified documentation of a legal union unless Jim wired a six-figure settlement within 48 hours. Blogs went into meltdown. Was Brooke blackmailing Jim? Or was she trying to force his hand into admitting the marriage was real? Fans split into factions instantly. Hashtag Team Chrissy trended alongside hashtag Jim married Brooke, while conspiracy threads on Reddit swore the paperwork was fabricated to destroy Jim's credibility. But then, story turned darker. A voice note leaked, allegedly Brooke herself, speaking to a friend. In the shaky audio, Brooke whispered, "He told me I was the one. He said Chrissy was just comfortable, just routine. He said after Ciara embarrassed him, he knew he had to make it official with me. Now he wanna backpedal. Nah, I got proof." The voice note went viral in minutes, igniting a firestorm of think pieces about loyalty, betrayal, and the crumbling illusion of ride or die love. Meanwhile, Chrissy stayed eerily quiet. Fans begged for her to speak, flooding her Instagram comments with thousands of crown emojis and messages like, "Sis, walk away. We got you." But silence can be louder than words, and Chrissy's refusal to respond only amplified the chaos. That's when an anonymous TikTok account dropped the biggest blow yet. A shaky FaceTime recording. It showed Jim, shirtless, lying in bed, smiling at the camera with Brooke Bailey's reflection visible in a mirror behind him. The caption screamed, "The truth don't lie." The internet convulsed. TikTok users dissected every frame, zooming in on Brooke's distinctive tattoos, circling them in red. YouTube receipt channels uploaded 20-minute breakdowns analyzing the clip. Twitter timelines collapsed under memes. Chrissy with clown makeup. Jim with a pastor's robe marrying himself in Vegas. Brooke photoshopped holding a baby with the caption, "Meet our daughter." The memes were funny, but the implications were deadly serious. If the FaceTime was real, Jim wasn't just playing games. He was living a double life. Then came another twist. At exactly midnight, the same burner account that had dropped the Vegas tape posted a cryptic message. "Tonight you'll hear it from him." Minutes later, a 3-minute audio file appeared online. Jim's voice, raw and frustrated. "They don't know what I deal with. Chrissy, don't know. Brooke, don't know. Nobody knows. I did what I had to do, and yeah, mistakes were made. But don't nobody question my loyalty. Don't nobody question my love." The recording ended with heavy breathing, a slammed door, and what sounded like glass shattering in the background. Theories exploded. Was Jim admitting guilt? Was it an old clip taken out of context? Or had someone hacked his phone and dropped a live bomb into his empire? As if on cue, Chrissy finally broke her silence in the most chilling way possible. She posted a single photo on Instagram, her hand holding a black leather binder stuffed with papers, photos, and receipts. The caption, "Truth always comes in threes. Don't play with me." Fans lost their collective minds. The comment section turned into a war zone. "Drop the binder, Chrissy. Sis bout to pull a Monique Samuels. It's over for Jim." Within an hour, hashtag #ChrisSYS binder was trending worldwide. Meanwhile, Jim tried to get ahead of the storm. He went live on Instagram, his face weary, his voice shaking with rage. "Y'all believe everything you see online. That's the problem with the world today. Ain't nobody got the full story. Ain't nobody asked me nothing. Y'all just want to see me down bad. Well, I ain't down. I'm good. Me and Chrissy, solid. He ended the live abruptly, but not before thousands of viewers flooded the comments with laughing emojis and Brooke. In all caps, the damage was done. Nobody believed him. Then came the most devastating leak of all. A video surfaced, allegedly recorded by a close friend of Brooke, showing her holding a baby in her arms. She looked straight into the camera saying, "This isn't about clout. This isn't about money. This is about respect." He's the father, and he knows it. Chrissy deserves to know. The world deserves to know. She kissed the baby's forehead, and the video cut out. The internet went nuclear. Was Jim Jones the father of Brooke's baby? Was this the reason behind the Vegas wedding rumors? Blogs posted side-by-side photos of Jim as a baby and Brooke's child. Threads swore the baby had the Jones nose. Celebrities piled on. Funk Flex went on air blasting Jim for playing with Chrissy's heart. 50 Cent posted a meme of Jim juggling 3 wedding rings. Captioned, "Pick one, champ." Even Love and hip-hop castmates weighed in. Yandi liked a shady tweet about wasting women's time, while Kimbella posted a cryptic story. "Ain't no loyalty in these streets," by Dawn. The scandal had spiraled out of control. News outlets covered it like breaking news. Fan pages organized online petitions demanding VH1 give Chrissy her own spin-off, free from Jim. One headline screamed, "Chrissy, the people's queen. Jim, the people's clown." And then, the unthinkable happened. An anonymous hacker group posted screenshots allegedly from Jim's email account. The subject line of one email read, "Vegas marriage agreement, confidential." Another thread showed discussions about child support payments, with Brooke's name in the notes. Fans didn't know whether to believe it, but the receipts were so specific, so detailed. They couldn't be ignored. Jim's single quotes as empire was collapsing in real time. Music sponsors quietly pulled collaborations. Rumors swirled that VH1 executives were in emergency meetings deciding whether to cut Jim entirely from future Love and Hip Hop seasons. Meanwhile, Chrissy's star only rose higher. The world rallied behind her as the ultimate survivor, the woman who had endured 2 decades of heartbreak, only to rise like a phoenix. But the most shocking cliffhanger was yet to come, because just as the dust began to settle, the burner account reappeared with one final message. The full video drops Friday. "He can't hide anymore," fans screamed. What video? What proof? And then the teaser arrived, a 10-second clip of Jim Jones sitting in a dimly lit room speaking into a camera. His words, "I made a choice. Now I gotta live with it." The clip cut to black. The internet froze. What choice? What was he about to confess? And most terrifying of all, would this video confirm every rumor about Vegas, Brooke, and the baby? The cliffhanger shattered the internet, leaving fans breathless and desperate for answers. Friday arrived like Judgment Day. The internet sat frozen. Timelines refresh. Ready? Hearts pounding as the burner account promised to release Jim Jones's full confession video. Twitter Spaces ran live countdowns. TikTokers brewed confession watch parties. Even mainstream outlets like Shade Room and TMZ teased coverage. The digital world wasn't just watching, it was salivating. At exactly 9 p.m., the clip dropped. 3 minutes of grainy footage that detonated the culture. Jim Jones sat alone in a dimly lit room, hoodie pulled tight, eyes red. He stared into the camera, voice low but steady. "I ain't perfect. I've done things I can't take back. I loved Chrissy. I still love Chrissy. But I ain't gonna sit here and lie no more. Vegas happened. Brooke happened, and yeah, the baby happened too." The silence after those words could have swallowed the globe. Millions replayed the clip on loop, each repetition cutting deeper. Jim had admitted it. Every rumor, every whisper, every blurry screenshot confirmed. The fallout was immediate and merciless. Within an hour, #JimConfesses trended in 32 countries. TikTok reaction videos showed fans screaming, crying, collapsing onto couches. Twitter users declared Chrissy a living legend for enduring decades of betrayal. Blogs wrote obituaries for Jim's career in real time. Obituaries for Jim's career in real time. But the video wasn't over. In the final seconds, Jim leaned closer to the camera, his voice breaking. "I thought I was protecting Chrissy. I thought I could handle it all. But I lost control. Now the truth's out. And maybe that's what needed to happen." The screen went black, and the internet went ballistic. Chrissy broke her silence only minutes later, posting a single Instagram story, a photo of herself in sunglasses, sipping champagne with the caption, "Finally free." The world erupted. Fans plastered her with crown emojis, declaring her victory sealed. Hashtag Chrissy won forever overtook global trending charts. But Brooke Bailey wasn't about to let Chrissy have the last word. Within hours, she went live on Instagram, holding the baby in her arms. Tear-streaked but defiant, she declared, "He ain't just mine, he ours. Jim knew what he was doing, and I won't let nobody erase my truth." The baby gurgled audibly in the background. Millions tuned in live, screenshots spreading like wildfire across every platform. The spectacle spiraled into a media circus. Charlemagne thawed God-roasted Jim on The Breakfast Club. "My guy had Chrissy waiting 20 years. Only to give a Vegas chapel the crown. That's donkey of the decade." 50 Cent doubled down with another meme. Jim juggling 3 strollers with the caption, "Pick one, champ." Even Ciara posted cryptically, "Sometimes love means letting go." Fans interpreted it as a subtle message to Chrissy, encouraging her to move on. VH1 insiders leaked whispers that executives were in full panic mode. Emergency meetings allegedly debated cutting Jim from Love and Hip Hop altogether, fearing backlash. But others pushed for the opposite, a spin-off centered around Chrissy navigating life post-Jim, fueled by her binder of receipts. Rumors swirled of Netflix sniffing around for a documentary deal titled The Crown. Chrissy versus Jim. And then another twist. An anonymous hacker group returned with receipts straight from Jim's alleged iCloud. Dozens of emails and text threads hit the net. Among them, a chilling message from Jim to a confidential contact. "If Chrissy finds out, I lose everything. Keep Brooke quiet." "Whatever it takes," fans gasped. Was Jim orchestrating a cover-up this entire time? Was the confession video stage damage control rather than true remorse? Chrissy fanned the flames with a brutal post. A carousel of photos showing her binder now open, pages fanned out bank statements, screenshots, blurry photos of Jim with Brooke. The caption, "If you think this is over, you don't know me at all." The internet detonated. Threads exploded with demands for Chrissy to release the full binder. TikTokers pledged to Venmo her just to see the receipts. Twitter memes crowned the binder the infinity stones of truth. Meanwhile, Jim went silent. No lives, no freestyles, no posts, just a void. Fans speculated he was in hiding. Others claimed he'd fled Harlem. A paparazzi snap circulated of him in an airport with his hood up, head down, looking broken. And then, as if the universe couldn't resist pouring gasoline on the fire, an anonymous video leaked of Chrissy in a private conversation. She looked calm, almost relieved, whispering to a friend, "I wasted years, but I'm done. They think I'm weak, but this binder, it'll bury him. Watch." The video ended abruptly, but the point was clear. Chrissy wasn't just surviving. She was preparing for war. Fans rallied behind her like never before. Marches popped up in Atlanta and Harlem with signs reading "Chrissy won" and "Binder Queen." Online petitions demanded VH1 fire Jim immediately and crown Chrissy as the rightful queen of the franchise. Celebrities doubled down with Cardi B tweeting, "Chrissy, been that one? Took 20 years, but she free now." But the most chilling development came at dawn. The burner account posted one final message. The baby wasn't the last secret. Stay tuned. The internet froze. What more could there possibly be? A second marriage? Another child? Or an even darker betrayal waiting to detonate? The cliffhanger was too brutal, too massive to process. Fans sat trembling, desperate for answers, knowing the story wasn't over. And if the past 20 years proved anything, it's that when it comes to Jim and Chrissy, the truth is always stranger, messier, and louder than fiction. And now the question that has every corner of the internet shaking. What's the final secret the burner account promised? If Jim has already admitted Vegas, Brooke, and the baby, what could possibly be left? Is it another hidden marriage? Another child? Or something even darker that could tear down everything he's built? This isn't just celebrity gossip anymore. This is history being written in real time, and if you blink, you'll miss it. Every leak, every cryptic post, every late night live is another piece of a puzzle that fans and insiders are scrambling to solve. Chrissy isn't holding back. Brooke isn't holding back. Even the hackers aren't holding back. The only one silent is Jim, and silence can be the loudest. Confession of all, so here's your choice. Sit on the sidelines and catch scraps from the blogs. Or lock in with us right now so you don't miss a single bombshell as it drops. Because when that final secret hits, it's going to shake the culture to its core. Hit that like button if you're standing with Chrissy. Drop your wildest theories in the comments. Who do you believe? And who's playing who? And above all, smash that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Because the next leak could break at any second, and when it does, you'll want to be here first. This is the scandal of the decade, and missing out is not an option.